Hi, my name is.
What's your name?
You record?
Yeah, well, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, my name is Zaid. How you guys doing?
What's your full name?
Zaid Umar.
अच्छा जी, अमेरिका में आना, यहाँ पर काम करना, लाइफ गुजारना एक और बात है, लेकिन अमेरिका में बड़ा होना, पैदा होकर बड़ा होना या एक छोटी सी उम्र में आकर बड़े होना का एक्सपीरियंस एक और होता है। यहाँ की लाइफ, यहाँ का कल्चर, नज़रिया चीज़ों को देखने का एक मुख्तलिफ होता है। इसी पर आज मैंने बात करने के लिए मेरे साथ ज़ैद उमर जो है, दोस्त हैं हमारे अच्छे से। यू वर 8 राइट व्हेन यू केम इन। 8 साल की उम्र से अमेरिका में रह रहे हैं। इनकी पैदाइश यमन की है, इनकी फैमिली यमन से है, यहाँ पर आके बड़े हुए हैं। आज मैं उनसे थोड़ी सी बात करना चाहता हूँ, अमेरिका में रहते हुए बड़े होकर किस नज़रिए से अमेरिका को देखते हैं और क्या उनका एक्सपीरियंस है। और आई थिंक इसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें उन लोगों के लिए भी सीखने के लिए हैं जो कि यहाँ पे अपनी फैमिलीज रेस कर रहे हैं और किस नज़रिए से चीज़ों को देखते हैं। So you've been here since 8.
Yes,
you were 8.
1998.
How old are you now?
I'm 30, about to be 32.
Okay. Tell me, like, briefly your experience. You've grown up in America. How do you like America?
Oh, America is great. The land of the opportunity, man. The land of the free. So this land, if anybody comes here, they can find the opportunity.
You can look at me, bro. You don't have to look at the camera. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, but seriously, like, you know, what's like if you were to describe your experience?
If I have to describe it, it's a better living than where we live in back home.
Yeah.
You know? And of course, nobody's gonna forget where they came from.
Yeah.
You know, I still have my roots. I still, I still believe I'm Yemeni.
Yeah.
But because I live here, this is my, because I came here young.
Yeah.
This is my country. This is my people here.
Yeah. Now, you're also raising your kids. You have a son.
So I have a first generation now.
You grew up in America.
Yep.
What are the lessons you have learned that you are raising your son with? Okay, do this, don't do this, stuff like that.
As far as what,
like just life, just being living
life in America. You just gotta adapt to the culture.
Yeah.
Like
what are the things you're teaching your son that you learned as like growing up in America?
Learn here is basically the style of living. You can't be like everybody else. You just gotta be yourself.
Yeah.
Especially come from a different background.
Yeah.
And then learning the American way. Becoming Americanized, if you wanna think about it that way. So the one thing about me is, if I have to tell my son something, is that he has to know. I mean, just live your life. You live your life freely. And enjoy life here. And if he likes it here, he likes it here. If he wants to go back home and experience something different, because his whole life he's gonna be here, of course, and he's gonna, of course, be, become adapted to the culture. And if he goes back home and he wants to see something different, he could always go on. But the thing I have to teach my kids, the first thing is, it's about the religion, the culture, our culture.
Yeah.
Is
it difficult to to protect your culture in America, growing up in America for your kids?
Not really. It depends on how you define difficult, because if you don't force your kids and you pressure them too much, because again, the American culture, they're always gonna learn it, regardless who it is. Even if someone comes here for 5 years, they're gonna learn it, right? Our kids, they're gonna learn it regardless. So you're gonna have to teach them your culture, so that way they don't forget about it. Especially the Arabic, when the Arabic language, right? If I have to speak to them, I have to speak to them in Arabic. And the reason why is because I know English, they're gonna learn it, they're gonna understand English, they're gonna do everything they need to do in English, because living in America, of course, you gotta talk in English, you gotta do everything based on an English language, right? So another thing is religion. That's the major thing, is religion. I have to teach my kids about religion, to see where, hey, we are Muslims. Yes, we're in a country where it's freedom of religion. You can do whatever you want, practice, your religion. And I don't want that to stop them from thinking like, oh, we're in America, we can do whatever we want. We don't have to do the religion,
Because they can.
Yes, because they can. They got that freedom. But the difference is from here and back home is in Yemen, it's the religion is only one religion there. So it's easier to learn it than here. Here's more, everybody's free. They could be atheists, they could be Muslim, they could be a Christian.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Here?
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, it's
like
a good
that
thing.
Diversity. Is that
of course. Diversity is always a good thing. In any community, in any place.
So diversity is good. Okay, tell me about this. How many Pakistani guys you know?
I know about 8, 9 of them. And that's in Michigan.
And knowing 8, 9 of them,
yes.
What can you tell about Pakistani culture?
The Pakistani culture, or Pakistani, right?
Yeah,
That's how you pronounce
yeah.
it. Yeah, it's a great culture. You know, don't get me wrong. It has similarities to our culture.
Despite knowing those 9 guys.
It's gonna be hard because you gotta know the person for you to understand.
No, I'm just messing with you.
No, so before that, you know, I had a Pakistani friend and I had an Indian friend, all that. But again, I thought the culture was always based, because every culture is different, right?
Yes.
So, but what defines when I said similarities between the Pakistani culture and then like the Arab culture, I think what defines us to become similar is, of course, Islam.
Religion, yep.
The religion, the most important thing. Of course, there's some Indians, there are Hindus and all that. They still have similarities as far as, you know, how they do things. Work hard for your money, don't steal, and you know, because they believe in their own religion too, because that's what the religion teaches them. So yeah, it's a great culture. I love the food, great people, honest people. And in every culture, there's always a black sheep, regardless.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna.
Who's the black sheep in those 9 guys?
Oh, the 9 guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's the black sheep of the whole family, man.
Okay. Who's your most favorite out of those 9?
For Usman, man, of course. That's like a brother to me,
I'm
man.
sitting in front of you, man.
I have to tell you the truth. You want me to lie to you?
No. Okay.
You know,
That's fine.
I started getting
Who's
to know
your
you.
second most favorite?
Second most favorite. As far as talking to someone,
Yeah.
like, I think I have to go with Shuhaib, and I'm gonna tell you what. Don't get mad. Don't get mad now. Shuhaib, because I like to mess with him.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And then you, and then Hadis, because Hadis I haven't known him for
Thank
that
you
long.
for putting me at the 3rd position.
I have to tell you the truth. It's better than lying to you. I don't want to break your heart, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to go home walking right now, because you need a car right now. I don't want to go home walking. So.
But so let me ask you something.
Yes, go ahead.
Like growing up, you went to school and everything. When it comes to making money, what's been your experience? How hard, how easy it is to make money in America? Like if somebody just came in here and they're raising their kids, they want to teach them how to make money in America. Like how do you see that?
I mean, of course, the thing that parents want is for you to become educated. Right?
Okay.
That's the #1 goal, right? Educate your kids. You don't want them to have the job you're having. All right? And some parents, they want their kids to have a better life than they have, or a better job than they have, right? So when my father came here back in '75, you know, because he didn't know English, nothing, he started working in the restaurants. And that was a common thing for foreigners to come, especially in the Arab countries, to come to California and work. I have uncles that came in Michigan that worked in the big 3, Ford, Chrysler, and GM. So it's easy, but I think it's gonna be easier if someone really went through school just to educate themselves. You know, it will be better and good for them if they really if they know. You know, they go to school, they go to college, they want to educate themselves, and you know, want to become a doctor. That's good for them. But the common person that comes here and they don't have the chance, because for them to come here as an adult, they have their mind back home that, hey, I gotta send money back home, I gotta work. See, my father sacrificed for us to give us a better life and go to college, educate ourselves, and that's what we did. It just I wanted, you know, a different path as owning my own business comparing to what I was gonna be. Yeah. Which is in law enforcement.
Yeah.
So.
But there are a lot of opportunities if somebody wants to go.
Of course. Like I said, this is a land of the opportunity in the beginning of the video. You know, this is whoever tells you they cannot make money here, they're just either they're lazy or they're just bullshitted. You know? And it's a great country.
When I first came here, somebody told me, if you can't figure this out in America, you can't figure out anywhere.
No, you could. Anywhere you could. You could literally, if you have to, and you're in a desperate time, you could literally just pick up scrap, and that's free, off the streets. I'm not encouraging people to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, in a way where the opportunity is. You know, just pick up the scrap, and you could probably make more money than the guys working 9 to 5.
What's the worst job you've done?
The worst job that I have done? Maybe in the restaurants.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was like 16 years old. I was going to school.
Why was the bad?
It wasn't you as a maybe
it's tough.
It is tough, but maybe when I experienced it when I was, you know, I was a teenager, right? And minors, they can't work over 32 hours.
Yeah.
You know, that's the rules in Michigan, but or maybe it's everywhere else. I don't know. And it was the worst. And then they paid us less than they pay a normal person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was the worst, and I had to drive and do the whole things. But
that teaches you something.
Yes, that teaches me to become a better person and find out that there's better opportunities out there, and encouraged me to make more money doing different things, and using the same energy that I was using in the restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, But the best thing I had done is, the best thing, if you want to go back to that, is I did go to, finish high school.
Yeah.
Which I had ups and downs with me being a troublemaker in high school. And I actually finished high school. I graduated on time, realizing that, hey, this is life now.
Yeah.
Once I'm out of high school, nobody's going to come, a teacher's not going to come and pat you on the back and say, hey, you're doing something wrong. You're in the real world, and that's when I realized it. And I'm glad that I realized it too soon.
You talk about high school and school, like growing up for any kid in America, and you've gone through this, what's the biggest challenge in school or generally growing up in America?
The biggest challenge is like being with the wrong people.
Yeah.
The bad.
And what do you mean by that?
Bad influencers, like, and I used to be one of them, right? But thank God I realized it too soon.
Like, what are the risks that you can get into? Like, if you don't do it right growing up?
If you don't do it right, it's two options. You go to jail, you die.
Yeah.
That's meaning.
It's that bad?
It's that bad, meaning if you're in a gang. I'm not saying that, hey, that friend that, you're with him because you're having bad grades and he's having a great job, right? No. I'm saying that person that, the bad influencers, meaning they're drug users. They always want to party. You know what I mean? And again, you could party and have fun, but those are the ones that don't care about nothing. They just care about themselves. They're just selfish. They don't care about nothing else. And it's sad because they could be, there's other people there that want to come to school and learn that could replace them. The government will pay for that money. Because, it's a free public school. So that's the biggest challenges in high school that I had.
So drugs.
Yeah, drugs, which I did not do drugs because the way I told you, I changed, right?
Yeah.
So these bad influence people, it started off with fighting because that's what I like. It was a fun thing to do. I thought it was fun back in the day. Now I regret it as an adult.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it started off with fighting. But again, fighting leads to, oh, my boy got in trouble because he's, fighting with someone else. And then this guy's using drugs. He stole my drug money, whatever the situation. That's how we grew up. I'm not bashing the school system that we have, but this could happen in any school.
So then your son, if he grows up in that, like, how are you going to protect him from that?
So it's going to be hard because, again, he's 8 hours or whatever, how long they say, 8 or 9 hours that he's going to be at school. It's going to be hard to, monitor and control. That's why we have the faith in our teachers and the principals and, but the way you could do is always you got to follow your kids and see what they, you always got to befriend them, right? Become friends with them and see how they're reacting. And because you did this before, what path they're going through, and take it easy with them. You can't hold on too tight and you can't let go. Yeah. You just got to be in the, straight path with them. And then hopefully, again, if it's all about how you teach your kids and the way if they're well-mannered, Yeah. Because sometimes the parents, they don't care. Yeah. Their kids, they disrespect them, or they're more busy with work and they don't follow what, what their kids are doing, what they're not watching. And nowadays these kids, they're not the same as we grew up.
Yeah, especially with the electronic devices. Yes. You were telling me the other day, like the kids are always on like cell phones and iPads, and that's gonna make it even harder for them. Harder, and I encourage everybody that they're little kids that if you're gonna give them an iPad, give them an iPad so he could benefit from. Yeah. There's apps that you could use for, for educational purposes. Yeah. The laptop, if your daughter. But the school system is giving them all kind of electronic devices. I don't know how.
Yeah, but the school system has the control. Yes. So they don't have any. You can't log into websites. Nothing. It's more of once you click on the Explorer, whatever, Google, Chrome. Once you click on that, it automatically redirects you to the page for the
It's like you're right. It's in a control way. That's good. Yeah, in a control way, so that kids like they don't wander off and like go to places where they're not supposed to go.
And they don't have to abuse it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what the school said. And then it's good because of what's going on with the pandemic. Yeah. And another good thing that my son is doing is that there is on the main website that you could click on, it will give him books, like online books he could read. He doesn't have to take the books home. That's a beneficial thing. That's the only thing you could do on there. Yeah. And of course, you need the the supervision of the parents. Parents got to be there with their kids to know what they're doing.
Let's say somebody just moved here in the U.S. They don't know nothing about life and everything. Like if you were to advise somebody like, okay, this is how you start your life in America, how would you do that?
It depends on how old they are. Like
Let's
as an
someone
adult,
like
you mean?
someone like you and me. Like let's say.
Oh, but you got to start from scratch, right? Like everybody else started. So you come here if you really want to live your life the way you want to live it, right? You want to become successful later on. Of course, success is not going to come right away. You got to work hard for it. So I encourage whoever comes, like if someone comes here and they want to start work at a decent job that you could get. Try to learn. If you don't know English, try to learn pick up any words or try to learn.
That's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, it is very important. Or you could take classes or what they have
ESL. Yeah.
ESL classes, something that that makes your language stronger in a way, right? Then from there, then you could decide what you need to do as far as if you want to have a better job, better pay job, because nowadays they required at least GED or high school diploma to work at better jobs that pays pays more.
Yeah.
So and you go from there. You do that. Once you got a better job, where it's paying you good, then you can start off. It's called the American dream. Buy a house, get your family set up, and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But it's all about the person themselves.
Yeah.
If they want to just come here and work, for 1 month they work one job, they
There's
leave
no
the other
shortcut.
job. No, you got to really work hard for you to become successful here.
Yeah. And you can.
Yeah, and you could, yes.
Yeah.
There's nothing there that could tell you no, you can't. Everybody could do it.
Yeah. Well, you live in Dearborn. Finally, tell me, about the Dearborn experience. I don't like it. That's the biggest Middle Eastern community outside of Middle East.
Yes, they call it the capital. Yep, capital. The Middle Eastern capital of the United States.
People don't know about Dearborn. What should they know?
I mean, like you said, it's still diverse, though.
Yeah.
Dearborn is still it still has everybody from different places, but I can't say the majority. Maybe the most people you see around because of all the businesses and everything. Yeah, it's populated with Middle Easterns.
Yeah.
And it's more of a Muslim.
Yes.
Muslim community.
Yeah.
From different places.
Yeah.
There is Indians. There is Pakistanis that are Muslim that live there as far as Muslims.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people they get the conception of Muslim. The first thing that comes in their mind is Arabic.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so and then you got, of course, the Middle East and the Lebanese, Yemenis, Syrian, Iraqis. So yeah, Dearborn is a good, if you want to raise your family, but it's too crowded there right now.
Really? You don't want people to move in there now?
It's overpopulated right now, and they're trying to expand, but it's overpopulated. You see the houses, how everything's close to each other. But if you want to raise a family, and again, it's all about their school system. I mean, I'm not gonna say from 1 out of 10, maybe their school system is about an 8.
Yeah.
Which is so good.
Yeah.
For and one of the schools that they have there is more than 100 years old. So. So it's a good system there. You want to raise your family, that's a good place to raise it. Yeah. It's close to the manufactured jobs that's in Detroit. Everything's close to Dearborn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yes. Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, that's about it, man. Shit. Anything else?
Yeah, no, tell me.
No, that's about it. And if you guys have any questions, it's comment.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. See you next time.
Take care.